Yeah, it is going for judicial review, and I have been following the story. And I think I would always support every process being explored, the planning process, the bringing board Pleanála for appeal, and indeed this further step now, because I think if there's questions and there's lots of concerns in a local community about any particular issue, well then use all the availability, all the process, the options that are available to explore and to have the case heard. So I absolutely support bringing this to judicial review, as I say, to answer and those questions that are there, and it can only be done on an independent basis. And I think politicians having an opinion who aren't involved in it, I don't think that works. But I think we have the structures within our state to do that and let that happen as an independent process.
So how do you feel about the whole climate change issue? Do you think we're going in the right direction in Ireland at the moment?
I think we're going to have to address climate change, and we're looking forward to the government bringing forward their proposals in the next month, and how we're going to do it as a whole across the land use sector, transport, and indeed agriculture as well. And what we introduced targets that now governments such as our own have to put in place. We also introduced things like addressing how vehicles should be produced. We had some very strong and heated debate addressing the emissions from cars and from heavy goods, from trucks, because lots of these products that they're made in other European countries, not in Ireland, but we're takers of the technology. So we've done a lot in looking at trying to advance electric vehicles in the transport area by ensuring cars and vehicles that are produced in the future will have to have reduced their emissions. So that's really important. We are the country that produces the most carbon efficient beef and dairy at present in the world, because we're grass fed, and we need to sell that, and that is our strength. So there's in the area of agriculture and in the area of energy, renewable energy. Now we're producing 30% of our electricity from renewable sources, and that's set to increase to 70% by 2040.
And one just final question. A lot of younger voters might know that you're Peter Barry's daughter, and she was often spoken about as the best Taoiseach we never had. How do you think Leo is doing as Taoiseach of Fine Gael?
Well, I think a lot of younger voters would say, who the hell is Peter Barry? Or was Peter Barry, I think Leo, he was in Cork this week, and Waterford and Limerick. We're with him in Waterford as well. He's campaigning hard. He knows these elections are very important for us. European elections are really important for Ireland, that we have representation in the next Parliament. I think he's doing really well. I think there are many challenges, particularly the Brexit challenge. I think both himself, Simon Coveney, and Helen McEntee is joining me in Cork in Skibbereen this week, campaigning as well for the European elections. I think they've done great work in setting out Ireland's stall and ensuring that we benefit from that union that we are. There are colleagues across Europe, and we explain to them the implications Brexit will have on Ireland. So I think that's been a positive for us. It's a real challenge, but I think we have done well. I mean, of course, nothing has been delivered yet in terms of Brexit, but the ground has been well laid from an Irish point of view.